Good evening, Seth. How's it going?
I'm doing good, Jan. Another evening of bluegrass. I've been looking forward to it all week, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good time to talk about the bluegrass tonight, and we got some exciting music coming out of Texas this time. What you got there?
Oh, let me pull out my cheat sheet. So we're continuing the show we've played the last few times I was on. Time
Mm-hmm.
before last, we did Ralph Stanley and the Clinch Mountain Boys.
Right,
Last time I was on, we did Lester Flatt and the Nashville Grass.
right.
This time, we're continuing the ninth set with Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys. This was August the 13th, 1974, Princeton, Texas. This is a festival that Bill put on. Like I've said in past shows, don't know a whole lot about it. I believe they ended up calling it the Lone Star Bluegrass Festival or
Yeah,
something like that.
and he wrote a number called Texas Lone Star, didn't
Yeah, I
he? It was
forgot
on
about that.
one of the later albums. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 1974. Who is in the band?
This is just a few weeks before Ralph Lewis and the guys from here in Asheville came on board, so it would have probably been Bill Box and Dwight Dillman and Kenny Baker,
Yeah,
but I'm not sure. We'll find out because this was in a transition period, so Bill may have just picked somebody up for this show.
yeah. Okay. Well, it's going to be interesting to see. We'll take play a few numbers and then we'll think of something to say.
Yeah, let me get this camera situated.
Yeah. It's I started interviewing Ebo Walker, the founding member of Newgrass Revival, last night. So I hope to have something to share with the people before too long.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, Ebo is he resides back in the state of Kentucky, and he hasn't really been active much in music, but he's talking about it at least, and we had a good conversation of which I'm gonna share a good part, and he's got some good, interesting stories about the early days of Bluegrass Alliance and Newgrass Revival, and Tony Rice was a member of the Bluegrass Alliance there for a short while.
Yeah, I believe that was when he was still playing Hilo Brown's old guitar. I've seen some videos of them playing, and he was playing that old guitar that Hilo Brown used to play, if my memory serves me correct.
Yeah, you're right on, man. Of course, you got a young brain, so.
Well, it's young, but it doesn't function 100% all the time. I am a banjo player.
Could fool me.
Well, we're ready to roll tape if you're ready.
Yes, let's just do it. So Bill Monroe, 1974, in the August day there. It's going to be a powerful show for the people.
Yeah, here we go.
All right.
Brown, Texas license KSN 3, dark brown Mercury, right over here blocking the road. And we're going to cause quite a bit of trouble later on if you don't move it. I hope somebody, the owner of it, will hear it. Texas license KSN 53, a dark brown Mercury blocking the road over here. They'd appreciate it very much if you'd move it. I was doing the Martha White theme just now, and this afternoon I asked if Martha White's out this way. It's not quite this far west so far, and that's unfortunate because we just got a new stock of Martha White certificates before we left Nashville for the good flour and corn meal to give away. But if there's no place to redeem them out here, I don't reckon it'd be any point in giving them away. There's a lot of fine radio stations in Texas, but I don't think there's any more in the finer than WBAP in Fort Worth. Hear me? And I don't think there's any with any more powerful signal anywhere. They do a wonderful job. They play good country records, not just country records, but good country records and good bluegrass records. And they've got one of the staff of some of the nicest people we've ever run into around the country. And Here's one of them right now. Would you give a big hand once again to Jimmy Stewart? Jimmy, how about it from WBAP?
Okay, so are we experiencing some technical difficulties there?
Can you be on?
Do what?
Just checking your Facebook page. I don't believe we're live on Facebook.
No, I'm gonna. That's what I'm trying to look at right here. I need to get my YouTube stream linked over to the.
Okay, I'll wait on you to do that because I know most of the people that tune in by Facebook.
That's right. Why don't you just tell the people something while I try to take care of this technical difficulty. So you have a gig tomorrow?
Yeah, I was just telling you about that. We're playing an outside thing at the Veterans Home in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Home of the Walrus brothers, Wiley and Zeke.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, but anyways, we're just playing a show over there to encourage the folks that have been shut in since March, and they're going to have us distanced outside and away from everybody, so it's a safe show, and looking forward to hopefully encouraging a few people tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, I was going to play a gig myself tomorrow with some friends, but the gig was moved inside, and I really don't want to take that risk. I was really looking forward to play, with the real band, and just was looking forward to it so much. It was a little disappointing, but
Yeah, hard to do a show inside right now, just with all that's going on.
Yeah, but for me, having such a compromised immune system, I don't want to take any risks,
Yeah, well, good friend of mine a month or two ago passed away. Don Norman, a wonderful banjo player in Georgia.
Yep. Don
contracted.
Don was a good friend of Clyde Franklin's. Clyde always talked about him.
Yeah, they grew. Well, I won't say grew up, but they played a lot together in their early days.
Yeah. Clyde was always talking very highly of Don Norman.
Yeah, very, very nice guy. One of the nicest guys in the whole world. And he contracted COVID, and after about 2 weeks, he couldn't take it anymore, and it got the best of him.
Yeah. Well, this should now be on my.
I did see the link on your Facebook page. You might want to just shut down the live stream, and then let's go live again so we can get it on Facebook.
Well, I posted the link to my Facebook now, so.
Okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
Well, that should work.
Yeah, we'll just share it with the people, and we'll, ask the good people out there to put a link to their Facebook pages and stuff, and get the message out there, about the good gospel about Monroe, the good tidings.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and play if you're ready.
I would say we should just go ahead and do it, man.
All right. Well, here we go. I backed the tape up a little bit so we can start back where we started.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Giving them away. There's a lot of fine radio stations in Texas, but I don't think there's anywhere any finer than WBAP in Fort Worth. Hear me? And I don't think there's any with any more powerful signal anywhere. They do a wonderful job. They play good country records, not just country records, but good country records and good bluegrass records. And they've got one of the staff of some of the nicest people we've ever run into around the country. And Here's one of them right now. Would you give a big hand once again to Jimmy Stewart? Jimmy, how about it from WBAP?
Thought he saw about Bill Mack there for a minute. He'll be out here tomorrow. For you folks that aren't quite ready, you better get ready. We're about to put the pièce de résistance on you here. Back in 1938, a fella brought a special kind of music out of the hills of Kentucky and Tennessee and made it immortal. And I bet even he then didn't know what it was going to become today, because it's really becoming a monster. Would you welcome the daddy of it all, Daddy Bluegrass, Bill Monroe, and the Bluegrass Boy.
As you read this letter that I write to you, sweetheart, I hope you understand that you're the only love I knew. Please forgive me if you can. Sweetheart, I bet you can come home tonight. I'm so glad I'm all alone. I promise that I'll treat you right. So love, please don't. That old wind is cold and slowly creeping around, and the fire of it burns low. The snow has covered up the ground. Your baby's hungry, sick and cold. Sweetheart, I beg you to come home tonight. I'm so glad I'm all alone. I promise that I'll treat you right. So love, please don't. Sweetheart, I beg you to come home tonight. I'm so glad I'm all alone. I promise I'll treat you right. So love, please don't.
All right, now we want to call on Bill Box for a solo number entitled If I Should Want Her Back Tonight.
For many years I've been a rolling stone, my darling. Like a gypsy I have rolled from place to place. Fortune never came to me, how happy I would be just to look again up on your smiling face. If I should wander back tonight, would you be waiting? Would your eyes be filled with love's old tender light? Would your arms be empty here? Would your thrill to have me here? Would you love me if I wandered back tonight? When budding flowers sing the fragrance in the spring, and the roses stand climbing round your door, and I hold is free, faster than I hear you say that you love me as you did 10 days ago. I should wander back tonight, would you be waiting? Would your eyes be filled with love's old tender light? Would your arms be empty, dear? Would you love to have me? Would you love me if I wandered back tonight? Last night I dreamed that you and I were back together, and I held your hand so gently in my own. Heard you say we'd never part as I pressed you to my heart. Then I woke in tears and found myself alone. I should wonder back tonight, would you be waiting? Would your eyes be filled with love, so tender light? Would your arms be empty, dear? Would you thrill to have me near? Would you love me if I wander back to time? Thank you a lot.
All right, now we want to call on Dwight here for some banjo picking. And you picked out an old timer called Salt Creek, is that right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Footprints in Snow. Okay, I'll do that in a little bit for you. Well, I like to sing a number 9 title, You Won't Be Satisfied That Way. Okay, okay. I'll leave you now if you don't want me. I'll leave you anytime you say. But when I'm gone, the more to you, you won't be satisfied that way. I tried to tell you how I love you. I tried to prove it night and day. But when I'm gone, the more to you, you won't be satisfied that way. I'll leave you now if you don't want me. I'll leave you anytime you say. But when I'm gone, the more to you, you won't be satisfied with me. I've tried to tell you how I love you. I've tried to prove it night and day. But when I'm gone, the more to you, you won't be satisfied with me. You won't be satisfied that way. All right, now let's do a trace to little footprints in this one. Some folks like the summertime and they can walk about, going through the meadow green and spreading their load down. Or give me the wintertime when the snow is on the ground, but I found it when the snow is on the ground. I traced the little footprints in the snow. I found little footprints in the snow, Lord. I blessed that happy day that nearly lost your way, for I found there when the snow is on the ground. Oh, I dropped in to see her, she was a big round moon. Her mother said she just stepped out, but it'd be returning soon. I found her little footprints and I traced them through the snow, and I found her when the snow lit on the ground. I traced her little footprints in the snow. I found her little footprints in the snow, Lord. I blessed that happy day that nearly lost her way, for I found her when the snow lit on the ground. Now she's up in heaven, she's with the angel band. I know I'm going to meet her in that promised land. But every time the snow falls, it brings back memory. But I found her when the snow lit on the ground. I traced her little footprints in the snow. I found her footprints in the snow. I'm glad that happy day nearly lost her way, for I found her when the snow lit on the ground. Kenny, I promised some folks that we would do Kentucky Waltz. Let me do about a verse of that, will you? We were waltzing that night in Kentucky, beneath the beautiful harvest moon. And I was the boy that was lucky, but it all ended too soon. As I sat there alone in the moonlight, I see your smiling face, and I long once more for your embrace in that beautiful Kentucky waltz. Rawhide.
All right, that's an interesting rendition of that fine mandolin number.
Yeah, I believe some of them got turned around at the end.
Plum lost there, boy.
Yeah, but they found their way back home, and they all ended together, so that's what counts.
That's right. Yep. And you know, the Bluegrass Boys was really working hard that day under the Texas sun. You know, that sun must have been beating down on those boys hard.
Oh, you know, it had to have been miserable.
Yeah.
I tell you what, they were really rolling through those songs.
They were. That was fast. So any impressions, you know, any comments did you feel like you would like to make?
I think they're playing, pretty good. One thing I've noticed, I don't think they have a bass player. Did you notice a bass in there?
No, sir.
Yeah, I don't think Bill had a bass player on this show. I don't know if I've heard a show of him without a bass player.
I'm sure there might be something, but I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I know there's got to be some more out there, but I've never heard one before.
No, it's awful hard to play the bluegrass without a bass man, you know.
Yeah.
Bass woman, I should say, or both, of course.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the rest of the band's picking up for him, though. Bill Box is a great guitar player. I enjoy playing.
That man could hit a G run.
Yeah. Bill had some good guitar players around that time. Ralph came in next, and Ralph was a super guitar player, too.
Oh, yeah. Ralph could nail those G runs as good as anybody.
Oh, I know. And clean. Every time he hit one, it was clean.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So who can you just for the people who just tuning in here, can you just tell them again what the lineup of this band is?
Yeah, so far we know it's, of course, Bill Monroe. Dwight Dillman's playing the banjo, and we've got Bill Box on the guitar, and, of course, Kenny Baker on the fiddle.
Yeah.
Like I was saying when we started, it's a transition period for Monroe because just a few weeks later, Ralph Lewis and Randy Davis would play their first show with Bill.
Yeah.
So I guess this was when they had lost their previous bass player, whoever that was, and Bill Box would leave not too long after this show, and so Kenny was instrumental in helping Bill get Ralph and Randy.
Right. Bill Box did at least one solo album.
I didn't know that. I'd like to hear that. I didn't know he did an album.
I don't remember if the title was Pining in the Georgia Pines, but one of the songs at least, Pining in the Georgia Pines.
I already like the name of that song. I've never heard it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it takes a man like Bill Box to really pull it off like the right way.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, I think we should just go ahead and play a little more for the people.
Okay. Onward we shall go.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Now we have two more gentlemen here from the state of North Carolina who's going to come out here and join in the Bluegrass Quartet as we sing the number I'm Working on the Building. The guitar man has been in bluegrass music a long time, and his name is Ralph Lewis. And the bass player here, his name is Randy Davis. So we'll give them a nice hand as they come up on the stage here. We want to do the number we've had a lot of requests for here, entitled I'm Working on the Building. If I was a gambler, I'd tell you what I would do. I'd provide gambling and I'd work on the building. I'm working on the building. I'm working on the building. For my Lord, for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building. For my Lord, for my Lord. If I was a drunkard, I'd tell you what I would do. I'd quit my drinking and I'd work on the building too. I'm working on the building. I'm working on the building. For my Lord, for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building. For my Lord, for my Lord. If I was a preacher, I'd tell you what I would do. I'd keep on preaching and I'd work on the building too. I'm working on the building. I'm working on the building. For my Lord, for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building. For my Lord, for my Lord.
All right.
That right there. That's pretty.
That was really interesting how Ralph and Randy just the next thing happening is that they come on there, and yeah, that's such a cool fiddle break. You know, Baker played it pretty much the same way always, and I even transcribed it for some students. It might have been some of Russell Johnson's students at the bluegrass curriculum or program at UNC.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to stop that because I thought that was neat. We were just talking about Ralph and Randy coming on, and I guess this was like a tryout show for them, maybe their first show with Bill.
Yeah, maybe that was just their what do you call it, the audition right there.
Yeah, well, I think they nailed it. Well, obviously, because they were in the band for about 2 years. Well, Randy was in the band 7 years, and Ralph in the band about 2.
Yeah, yeah, very nice. Well, why don't we just go with the momentum here and just play some more fine numbers for the
Here we go.
We're going to call on Kenny now, and he's picked out an old-time fiddle number that's really a wonderful number. I think I enjoy playing it. It's called Jenny Lou. What is it? Uncle Pin. Next year. Uncle Pin? Okay. Far away, it ain't so nice with the rest of the day. They called her a holler, yo, she know, you know, Uncle Pin was ready to go. Hey, and about the down Uncle Pin played the fiddle on the house of rain. You can hear that talk, you can hear it sing.
He played an old preacher called Soldier Joe. He sang money for Boston boy. The greatest of all was Jenny Land. Every day where the fiddle began. Play the fiddle on a hammer string. You can high talk, you can hear it sing. I'll never forget that mournful day when all the fiddle was called away. You hung up your fiddle, you hung up your phone, and you had the time for him to go. Play the fiddle on the hammer string, you can hear it talk, you can hear it sing. Yeah.
Well, I guess we are once again dealing with some. Can you?
That's the end of the tape, Jan. I just got to switch it over to the other side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just bear with me while I switch that out.
Absolutely. So TB44 is asking about, did Baker have a fiddle called Blackie? Yeah, that's right. You familiar with that, Seth, at all?
Yeah. Is that the one that Bobby Osborne owns?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Don Lewis has one that Kenny called, I believe, Blondie.
Oh, okay. Man, I wish we could get Marty and Don on.
Yeah, this would be a good show for them, too. I'll have to make sure they get a copy of this because, like I say, it's probably Ralph and Randy's first time on stage with Bill.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Maybe Corey Warren, if he's out there, maybe Corey can, put a link up there, or we should get Marty to come on here for sure. Now tell me again, Seth, before we go any further, how did you get a hold of these reel-to-reel tapes?
Yeah, I was scrolling through eBay one day and I saw two big boxes that said various Bluegrass Festival reel-to-reel recordings. And they didn't really say any of the bands, but I got to look at some of the pictures and see on the box some of the names. And
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
I've got to get this. And so I bought it, and a few weeks later it came in, and I got to see everything that was on there. And it really blew my mind just to know.
Yeah, I remember how excited you were when you told me about it.
Yeah, man, it was like a kid in a candy store going through all that stuff. It was just really neat, and getting to hear some of this stuff for probably the first time since these festivals were held. And probably this show we're listening to right now is the first time it's been listened to since 1974.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. The music is coming through the walls of time.
Yeah.
So we got DJ Anderson here, my good buddy and bluegrass philosopher. Uncle Pan spotlights the fiddle and the high voice of Bill Monroe. The guitar gets the clear run with the stops. Bluegrass fast as Speedy Gonzales and stops on a dime. Well, the very eloquent DJ Anderson. It's always good to hear from him. Hope maybe he can come on the show later, or maybe next episode.
Yeah, he's always got some wonderful stuff to add.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, well, we got a bunch of adjunct Rhinehart archivists or whatever. So Michael Cleveland or anybody, as usual, I'm contact people at the last moment, and I always mean to contact people earlier in the week. So, but I just seem to postpone. Procrastinate, and then I, 7:45, I'll call them. Hey man, can you come on the show? And
Yeah, well, I've enjoyed everything we've done so far.
it's really good. Yeah,
it's like opening up a time capsule.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. I think that's the best way of putting it. It's just like, what's going to be in here? Well,
Yeah.
We had no idea when this show started that we're going to hear Ralph and Randy on here, Ralph Lewis and Randy Davis, both from Asheville area.
Yeah, I had no clue. I figured that they didn't play with Bill for another few weeks, but
Yeah.
I was wrong. And,
They were wrong.
there's some other stuff I need to dig out that I've got in this collection, some stuff I've already listened to.
Yeah.
Workshop with Kenny Baker, Keith Whitley, Bill Monroe. We'll listen to that sometime.
Yeah. I'd say we just kind of have to do that.
Yeah, it's really cool workshop to hear Keith talk about playing lead guitar, and then you got Kenny Baker playing through all his fiddle tunes, and then Bill Monroe, he's going through his tunes. So we'll try to play that one of the next shows.
Yeah. You got any Jimmy Martin?
Yeah, I got some Jimmy Martin. I'll have to find that. That one week we played Jimmy, and we had Alan Mundy on, and Alan was playing on that show.
Yeah.
So that was a treat. We'll try to find some more Jimmy Martin, and then Osborne Brothers as well.
Yes. And I think one person I'd like to get on here would be Dana Cup, because Dana played with both the Osborne Brothers and with Monroe.
Yeah.
He was Monroe's last banjo player, I believe.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I guess. See, the last band, there would have been Dana Cup and Robert Bolin on the fiddle.
Okay.
And Monroe, and then Tom Ewing, and then Tater Tate, I guess, played the bass. Yeah, he switched to bass.
Yeah, that was pretty close to the time Mark Kirkendall played with Bill too. Mark played during that period. He was in the very last band, but he was right before.
Yeah. I remember seeing Mark at Spigma with Monroe, probably around 93, maybe.
Okay.
Dressed up in some kind of light blue outfit, I believe.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I wish we could get Mark on here, man. He's got some stories.
Yeah, I do too. If he's listening out there, if he hears this at some point, we would really like to have you call in sometime, Mark, and talk about all this.
Yeah, I think a lot of Mark has been a good friend, and he loves the bluegrass music as much as anybody.
Yeah, he really does, and he a wonderful singer and a wonderful guitar player, a great rhythm guitar player.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he's got the touch. I mean, he just eat up with it.
Yeah, he can get it done, and he's just got that classic bluegrass sound. You just can't beat it.
So you just know it's the right thing.
Yeah, as Lester Flatt used to say, it's like a good Martha White biscuit. You just can't beat it.
Not with a stick, Hey, Dan Anderson is asking Seth, are you putting this sound on digital?
No, but I need to. I've not figured out a way to do these live shows and then record it on the digital at the same time because my interface is already tied up going into StreamYard.
Yeah.
But a lot of these shows I've put on digital format prior to us doing these shows.
Okay. Because Dan is saying reel to reels won't last much longer than these near 50 years.
Yeah, you know, they break down real easy and they're pretty brittle.
Yeah. You know, the sound from the other side of the tape that flips, what do you call it? Not the flip side, but, you know, you play on both sides of the tape, and sometimes the one channel will bleed over to the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you play the B side.
Yeah, it sounds like, you know, some kind of secret ritual where people talking back.
Yeah, even better than that is when you turn the tape around and you play it backwards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Well, let's go ahead and do a little more music for the people.
Yeah, we're all set to go. So we got quite a few more songs left. So we'll go ahead and play.
Yep, sounds great.
Going on, they standing there ready, right? We got everybody up here? Yeah. Why? Lay it on me, Rich.
Okay.
I got to switch sides. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay, now we should be situated.
Okay.
There. Try to get up on the stage if you can, Bobby. Bobby Smith. He worked with me on the Grand Ole Opry, and he's a cousin of Lester Flatt. Bobby Smith. Who is that? Here, get Marty to come up. I need the help of Marty on that. Okay, now, Bobby, you begged me to let you sing with me. There comes Marty. He's always on time. Give him a hand there. Fine, Marty, fine. Okay, now I've got plenty of help with the mammon here. Bobby Smith's not coming?
You know how old he's getting, Chief.
Yeah,
give him
Bobby's
another
getting
week.
old.
He'll be here.
All right, let me and Marty play one here now while we're waiting on Bobby. He's getting old. How about old Joe? You got a microphone for yourself there? You lower this one down a little bit. Thank you, thank you. Thank you a lot, Marty. Stay right up here with us. Now, this is Bobby Smith here, if you don't know who he is. This is Bobby, the boy from Shiloh, and you picked the song out, and I'll sing tenor with you.
All right. All right. You caught me between the corn dog and the maters out there. Little Cabin Home on the Hill and B.
Tonight I'm alone without you, dear. But in my heart there's a longing for you still. Oh, I'll just keep it there so I won't be alone in that little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain on my window pane in a little cabin home on the hill. I hope you are happy tonight as you are, but in my heart there's a longing for you still. Oh, I'll just keep it there so I won't be alone in a little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain on my window in a little cabin home on the hill. Now when you have come to the end of the way and find there's no one cares for you, just let your thoughts come back once more, if you will, in a little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain on my window pane in a little cabin home on the hill. Now, you find you a place right there and stay right up here with us. Don't you leave, because we might need you. All right, now, I can't see too good back there. Who's the next man going to come up? Well, is Lester Flat there, Handy? Lester. Is Lester there? Lester Flat. Give him a hand there. Lester worked with me on the Grand Ole Opry. Come in here, Lester, and pick out something good.
How do you like your eggs, Bill? Kind of early.
Good.
Kind of early in the morning. We'd like to do one that we recorded back in the middle 40s. It's entitled, Will You Be Loving Another Man?
Will you be loved, brother? Will you be loved another man? When I return away, will you be loved, Now don't come crying on my shoulder, telling me love's grand. And before I'm outside, dear, then be loving my man. Will you be loved another man? Will you be loved another man? When I return away, will you be loved another man? Now if I find you, dear, I want you. Please forgive me if you can. Sweetheart, I beg you to come home tonight. I'm so good all alone. I promise that I'll treat you right. Love me. The wind is cold and slowly creeping around, and the fire's burning low. The snow has covered up the ground. Your baby's hungry, sick and well. Sweetheart, I beg you to come home tonight. I'm so good all alone. I promise that I'll treat you right. Love you. Sweetheart, I beg you to come home tonight. I'm so good all alone. I promise that I'll treat you right. Love you. All right, thank you, thank you. Find your place right there and put your guitar back on. Let's see. Is right.
Okay, Jan, I figured we'd take a break right there.
Well, that might be a good place. So that's young Marty Stewart, about 15 years old,
Yeah.
playing on two mandolins with Bill Monroe. So, and that, did I hear James Monroe somewhere there?
Yeah, he was on the last one. When Mr. Flack came up to sing "Will You Be Loving Another Man," for some reason the tape cut out and went straight to the next song, which was "Love Come Home," and James was singing that.
Yeah. So I guess James's band was the Midnight Ramblers, was booked at the same festival, of course.
Yeah.
What?
Pretty interesting, though. You know, it just sounds like the finale of the festival, and Bill's just getting everybody up that wants to sing and pick. You know.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise to hear Lester, at least a little bit there. You know.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the early songs of bluegrass. "Will You Be Loving Another Man?"
That might just be the first one. I mean, that was on the first session they recorded with Lester and Earl, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of the early ones with the first band. I can't remember which song was first or not.
But I think "Will You Be Loving Another Man" was really one of the first recordings of that particular band.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a good song, and I love to hear Lester and Bill do it.
Oh my gosh, can't beat it.
Yeah.
Beat
I
it.
don't know who else he's got coming up. It sounded like he was getting ready to call Ralph Stanley next.
Yeah, Ralph Stanley or Ralph Lewis. I don't know.
Yeah. So
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's see who's up.
Who we got coming up here?
It just says, "Can't you hear me calling?" But it don't say.
It's probably, yeah. Yeah. We'll just find out. It'll be a surprise.
Here we go.
All right.
Ralph Stanley back there. Ralph Stanley. Help Ralph up on the stage there. Somebody give Ralph a hand. Here's Ralph Stanley. Give him a hand, Esther. Come on. Thank you. Let's try a little bit of Can't You Hear Me Calling. Yeah, pretty high, can't make it. The days are long, the nights are long, since you left me all alone. I'm worried so, my little darling, I'm worried so, since you've been gone. Sweetheart of mine, can't you hear me calling? A million times I've loved you, babe. I mistreated you, and I'm sorry. Come back to me, my friend. The days are long, the nights are long, since you left me all alone. If you come back, sunshine will follow. If you stay away, it'll be my fault. Sweetheart of mine, can't you hear me calling? A million times I've loved you, babe. I mistreated you, love, and I'm sorry. Come back to me, is my request. I remember the night, the morning you left me. A big mistake is gone to dawn. If you come back, sunshine will follow. If you stay away, it'll be my fault. Sweetheart of mine, can't you hear me calling? A million times I've loved you, babe. I mistreated you, oh, and I'm sorry. Come back to me, it's my request. Ralph Stanley, thank you there, mighty fine. Okay, now who's next? The McLean family, get yourself up here. The McLean family. Curly Ray, where's he at? Hadn't been for Curly Ray.
Bill?
Yeah.
Let's do Roosevelt, Kentucky. And let's do it as a special invitation to all these friends out here to come to your festivals in Jackson and Rosine. worshiping for me in a little village near a cabin on a hill. We made our vows to love each other, and I know we always will. How you like that? In my dreams, I see my darling in a gingham gown. She looks so sweet. Oh, I long for old Kentucky and my darling, this world to me. Oh, that's fine there. Thank you a lot. You folks stay on the truck here with us too. If this truck don't hold up here and keep us, well, we're going to get after Tootie Williams. Hubert Davis, where you at? Hubert Davis. He's probably going to bed. Hubert has. He goes to bed with you. No, there's Hubert.
Thank you, Bill. Let's try a little and let live. All right?
They tell me that you're going. What makes you believe? You gave me love and you gave me life. Ain't leaving me here to grieve. Never, don't break my heart. Don't leave me here to cry. I never please your heart. Tell me, don't be goodbye. Stayed awake last night and I woke. What makes you treat me so? Live, let live, don't break my heart. I don't want to live so. Don't break my heart. Don't leave me here to cry. I never please you. Tell me you don't mean You're the one that's making me love you. You're the one that's making me cry. You're the one that breaks my heart. Tell me, don't mean to cry. Never, don't break my heart. Don't leave me here to cry. I never please. Tell me, don't mean to cry. What about it? What about it? Clyde Moody, is he still on the ground here? I bet his wife made him go to bed. Clyde Moody. Is Clyde still here? Might be too late for him to stay up. He was down there. Me and Paul can't keep all up with all these old timers that can't go to, that has to go to bed early, you know. Paul, is it Clyde?
Huh? Bill, you didn't think I'd gone to bed, did you?
Yeah, we really did.
That's Hubert. Hubert goes to bed with the chickens, you know.
Right, you sleep with him.
Yes. I want to know, everybody here had a good time. Let's hear how much racket you can make, okay? Oh, that's fine. That's Bill. Let's get in there and we'll do Columbus Stockade Blues. We took this to the Grand Ole Opry, didn't we? Way down in Columbus, Georgia, want to be back in Tennessee. Way down in Columbus, Stockade, friends have turned their back on me. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let you cross your mind, yeah, you'll not fall in your heart. You love another, leave me, little darling, I don't mind. Last night, as I was sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. Now when I awoke, I was mistaken, 'cause I was peeping through the bars. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind, you'll not fall in your heart. You love another, leave me, little darling, I don't mind. Well, many a night with you I've rambled, many an hour I spent with you. I thought I had your heart forever, but now I find that you're untrue. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind, you'll not fall in your heart. You love another, leave me, little darling, I don't mind. Leave me, little darling, I don't mind. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Clyde. You find your place right there, too, and make yourself comfortable there. Don't leave the stage, though, here. Curly Ray. If it hadn't been for Curly Ray. Curly, find your place over here with Paul and Kenny there. Now, we're going to have a church service here in the morning around 9:30, and Brother Williams will be here to preach for you with a lot of gospel singing going on, and we want you to stay if you can and be here for that. And then we will go right ahead tomorrow evening with the rest of the Bluegrass Festival and wind up around 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. So we're glad to have you folks, and I'm sorry that we had to move from McKinney out here, but this is fine out here. We've enjoyed it, and I think this is really the best place for us out here. Now, we have time for one more number here, and it may have been played 3 or 4 times today and tonight, but we're going to do it again and wind things up here in a big fashion. This is an old timer called Sally Goodman. Let's move it along, boys. Let's not drag it too much. Let's get some good time going with it. Sally Goodman. Let's go.
What are you doing?
Leave that alone. How about it? Come on, Cardi. Come on, Paul. Power on. What about it? Give him a hand. Come on, don't sit out there like that. Come on. We will see you tomorrow around 9:30 in the morning. Speaking of everybody else on the stage, we're going to say good night to y'all. Okay. Good night.
Well, is that the end of everything for the evening?
Yep, that's the end of everything. Finished out with the big finale there.
Yeah.
My favorite part was when Clyde Moody came up.
Yeah. Clyde Moody, he used to live in Raleigh. He used to, if I'm correct, he used to have like a auto dealership on Capitol Boulevard in Raleigh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we got more archaeology, bluegrass history. Like we went to Lester and Earl's home when they were staying here in Raleigh. It's you remember that we went to where WPTF had all their staff musicians live. That house is still there.
Yeah, I've still got a picture of us in front of that house, you and me and Ronnie Smith.
Yep. Barney Rogers took it, and Barney grew up in that neighborhood, and he tells me that some of the people who are a little older than him, growing up in the same neighborhood, remember seeing Lester and Earl out and about. Maybe they went to the store or to the hardware, the Burks Brothers, and around it's called not West End, but it was its own community between Perry and Raleigh, and that's where Lester and Earl resided.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I guess Johnny and Jack probably lived in there too. And now, as far as I understand, this is, of course, back in 1953, and I have heard that that Foggy Mountain Boys, the Bluegrass Boys, lived upstairs in this well, it used to be a Daryl's restaurant right across from the NC State campus. And upstairs there, back in the old days, there was like a, what do you call it, a boarding house, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So there, supposedly that's where they lived. But then also Penny Parsons said something about talking to Paul. Well, we don't have to go into these details, but I get sort of sidetracked or, bad about digressing. But that, she seemed to remember that they lived in like a small mobile home park or something like that. So we'll see. Maybe we'll figure out what the truth is. Could be a little bit of both, I guess. But Benny Martin's daughter was born here in Raleigh and at the Old Rex Hospital. So just a little bluegrass history right there.
A lot of history in the whole state. It's pretty rich in bluegrass history.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, we have all those reel-to-reel tapes from Clyde Franklin that we need to go through and see what's on there. I see the names of the people, but you have to come and help me with that.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that. I'd really like to hear some of the stuff because Clyde had a real ear for the music. He knew what was good.
Yeah, I mean, he told me he used to follow Flat and Scruggs around and kind of record them backstage and everything.
Wow. Yeah, there's no telling what all is in Clyde's collection.
I know. Anyway, well, I guess we'll just tell the people good night and pretty early tonight, and then what should we do next week?
Well, on the rest of this tape, we'll probably want to listen to the rest of this next week. It says Ralph Stanley Festival, McClure, Virginia, and then after that it says Stanley Brothers Radio Program, 1964.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm going to leave the tape where it's at, and we'll just pick from there next week.
Yeah, we'll have to try to get Gary Reed on again.
Yeah, and I would like to have who's the fiddle player we had on?
Yeah, James Price.
Yeah, I enjoyed having him on the show. Very nice guy, knows a lot about the Stanleys, and would love to have his input.
Yeah. Plus, he's a great impersonator. He can talk like Baker and Ralph and all them guys.
Yeah.
Okay, brother. Well, let's end the broadcast. I guess I'll call you in a minute.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. Well, we'll just pick up where we left off next week.
Sounds good. And thank you for everybody who tuned in tonight. Thank you. And, spread the news around.
The good tidings.
We think that it's not the slickest show, but it's done with just as a cultural deed, a good deed as far as bluegrass culture, and it's been one of my passions, to collect old radio shows and stuff. So,
well, preservation is very key to this music. There's a lot of former music from years and years ago that wasn't preserved, and we'll never know what it sounds like. And so we need to save what we can.
Yeah. And anyway, Seth, it's been a blast as always, and we'll be back next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
All right. Tell Ronnie Smith to stay out of trouble.
Oh, he stays in trouble. He creates trouble.
Yeah. I make trouble happen, or whatever, for a lack of a better word. Good night, brother.
Yeah, man. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.